Hello everybody, back with another video. I've got plenty of guests here today as we're loading up for EVO. If you'd all like to come on in, you're welcome to if you will. Come on in. We've got Marv here and 300 Wins from Bay Area. We're taking a look at a couple EXA things today. We're going to look at the Blanc kit here, the Blanc IO kit and panel. And over here we've got a Vewlix Versus that we've set up to be a 4-player unit. So we're going to be looking over both of these in a couple segments. What do you guys want to start with? All right, come on over, open up. I ain't doing it. This is on you. So this is a Blanc kit that we've been talking about quite a while, and you know, I've been talking with them about what we can do with all these Blancs, and especially now. We've been talking about this for at least, I think, a year and a half or something, but this game is now no longer supported, and it's the only game that runs in the Blanc. A little background on it, the Blanc does not have an I/O board. It has, if you come down here, it just uses this adapter here that plugs straight into a 357C, and all of the inputs are on this. So it's interesting because everything else uses JVS on the hardware. At any rate, since this was all that the game ran, or all that the cab ran, the only game, they didn't have an I/O board.
So this is fancy.
Yeah, so this is the panel, and this should be the panel and I/O for converting this cab to run EXA. And these are available through the site. You can buy them now. Here's the I/O board, very similar to the one for the Vewlix, and then all the control panel harnesses for it.
2-player.
Yeah.
And I'll open this up so you can see.
Yep. And while we're at it, I'm going to open this up and let's take a look at the I/O board.
Ooh, comes with screws, very important.
Yeah, they are. Well, you can see here, actually, a 2-player panel is not standard on the Blanc. We were in the middle of putting this one on before we got the official EXA panel for it. So I'll be taking this one back off, and we'll put it on. I'll put it on another Blanc later. But this is the official one. Has the game select button slot there. That's the one thing I didn't do with this panel. So. You know,
oh yeah, it does right there.
Yep.
Nice, nice.
And that's what this is for. Actually, this is the pass-through that has the game select function on it. I think game select is all 6 buttons plus start or something on the 1-player side.
Nice.
Normally. So the game, this board is just going to let's see if we can even, if we see somewhere, or I think it's something to do with joystick maybe then. Yeah, anyway, there's a game menu there.
A little jumper there or something.
Maybe, you know, I'll ask them later, but I think maybe they just did the up plus down thing. So on APM2, up plus down at the same time is game select, is the home button.
Yeah.
So anyway, so there's that adapter board, and here's the JVSIO. When we open up that one, maybe we'll take a look at the difference between these two. But this one was designed to be a drop-in for this cab. So there's that. Let's go ahead and open up these harnesses. And see how the adapter for this works. So here, this goes into the I/O, and from the I/O to the control panel. Oh, this is a little irritating. Yeah, why not? I'm sorry, I like rubber bands. I like shooting them at people, but this one can
bite the dust.
Yes, it can. So yeah, we've got into the I/O here, and then this will go up to the control panel. And this looks to be a standard Namco control panel harness there.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I'm actually looking. Is there another?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The control panel harnesses are there. Great. Yeah. And then I believe these would be what goes into this down here. Let's take a look at the. Let's see if it pulls. Should pull power off of this, I think. Let's see. No? Maybe it just doesn't use this at all. It might. It should get power at least, right? From one of these? Maybe, I don't know. We'll come back to it. At any rate, let's look at the rest of what we have here. So, player 1 and player 2, control panel harnesses. We'll hook, oh wait, here we go. No, I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll come back to this. We'll put this together and we'll come back. First off, I guess let's hop back over to this. We'll power this up and we can check out. This is already pretty much done. We will be running something else at EVO, and we'll do some video of that once we get there. But this is our Vewlix Versus that we converted. We actually started this about 8 months ago and never got back around to it. Finally finishing it now because we want to demo some stuff at the show that that is going to need a 4-player cab.
They developed that in-house.
So I'll open this up and we can take a look at the internals.
Nippon Marathon! so fun. Cool.
Okay, yeah, so Nippon Marathon is the only 4-player game that I own right now, but we're planning on getting a couple others. So for this one, I don't think you have to use the Vewlix.io, but it's just going to be better, or the exA-IO. So we've got it there. This is the 1-player side. We have our JVS coming in and JVS going out, and that just goes straight into the other I/O. It's exactly how other JVSIOs work. The key feature with these is just better latency. There's no latency with it, especially using that with an exa. It's just much better. So start that up. There's that. We'll open up the bottom here. Okay, so underneath we are, since we have the Vewlix Diamond Black monitors in here instead, we aren't using the Versus board for video. We're using this DVI splitter here. So it's just, we're using DVI-D. It was the easiest what we had on hand. JVS is just a really long USB cable, and then using the Versus board there for audio still. So. I don't think there's really anything over here worth looking at, but... So yeah, doing it this way, we just have regular harnesses on both sides, and then just the other exA-IO here. And the result is just this. So, and this just works. You don't have to do anything special to get it working, but yeah, just works. So, some actual gameplay on this. Once we get maybe some art on it and whatnot, we'll do some stuff at EVO, and take a look a little bit more into that. But yeah, we'll go ahead and put this together, and then when we come back, we can take a look at. I've got an exa over here that we'll test out on it, and yeah, we'll be right back. Okay, so I got the cab pretty much ready to go for the show. I'm gonna flip it on here real quick and just kind of look over all of the wiring stuff that we have looked at, and kind of give a little bit of feedback on this kit. So coming around the back here, you can see here the I/O is actually secured to the mounts where they were. Like, this is the same as the inside of a Noir. They have a mount for an I/O, They just didn't have an I/O. So this I/O was designed to fit in that slot. So there it is. We've got it mounted in there. This harness here again is the control panel. Is running through this hole over here. Let me put test menu on real quick. There's no. Here we go. Shut that up real quick. Anyway, so that runs through the front there. Up here, you've got a 12-volt power line right there, and the power connector is just goes in between here and there, and it plugs into the I/O down here. Second one, and see these are also labeled P, C, and S. Power, control. I think that goes to the it's coin. So coin and service, and these two go into there, also into that through that front section there, and they just plug into this board right here. There's connectors on the back side. There's one connector on the back side there, and then there's this connector here. You just unplugged the old one and plug in the new one. So all the old harnessing is still there. The new harnessing just replaces it all. So it's a a drop-in kit. And I think that's it for the I/O. Or oh right. So the one thing that didn't come with it here was the USB cable for JVS here. That did not come with the kit. I pulled it from elsewhere, and that just runs down from there to the EXA. I didn't use the audio connectors on here. I don't remember. I don't know what it does exactly, or if it just bypasses this entirely. Right now, I'm not using it. Maybe I'll have a little bit more context later in the video. But yeah, I mean, also that splits the audio. So actually, when I think about it, it's just the audio splitter. So you have an in and out, and you have, right there is audio out. Yeah, so you have an audio out, and then an audio in, and an audio in. And so I'm not using that, so it's not running through there. I don't know if it has volume control there, because the volume control on the panel in the front there does not work. So I'm not sure if something changed, or maybe it wasn't working on this cab already. Anyway, let's see here. Come around the front then and take a look at the control panel. So the control panel harness here, like I said, it comes through here. And I'll see if I can find the old ones. Pull them out. Maybe not, but like the original plugs on this end, there was the one player one here and the one player joystick here, and that was it. So you have to pop those out, and then on the harness are these new ones, player 1, player 2, player 1 joystick, and the black one underneath there is player 2 joystick. So those just pop in there, and then we'll take out any control panel harnesses that are in here already. You take those out, and we put in, these are the new Vewlix ones. And one thing, these are actually very, very nicely, tidily put together, and you can see they even have this black like cable management wrap around it, just like the original. Let me see where I put the original. Yeah, you can see, like, they did a pretty darn good job of getting this, as close to how the original was. It's actually rather nice. I think the quality of this wiring is really nice. These connectors are real nice, and I mean, you can see here there's very little wiring between each of the buttons, and each of these ends after the zip tie are pretty short, so it stays incredibly tidy. You can see there's no mess or anything like that, and once you get this zip tied in, it's pretty good. So that's a big plus for me on this, is just having it be very managed. This was an extra cable that came with it that runs the ground from here to there. That's normally attached to the harness itself. So they just ran a separate one because it's for two-player. You can see there it comes in one end, goes through it, and then out the other. They just made that a separate cable. Coming around here, let's see. So one thing I noticed was on the one-player side, this was this is a little bit tight, so maybe like these start button harnesses could be a little bit longer. And, you know, granted, it's, you know, not that big a deal, but over time, or if you happen to tug it or something like that, you know, could be a problem. I would definitely recommend that they make these a little bit longer. But again, with how well managed it is, it's not real. I don't think it's that big a deal. Over here, there was a mounting point on the back for this, for the game menu button. And they came with these plastic standoffs so that you can attach it there. And it had, like we said earlier, it has joystick on one end and harness on the other. So the harness is obviously, it's coming from here. So that end plugs in there, and then the stick plugs in on this end. So if I remember right, I think this is supposed to be player 1, but there's a problem here, is no matter what you do, it just doesn't reach. Like, I think if you had a stick where it was rotated sideways, maybe it would reach, but with these are properly oriented, and it doesn't reach. So I plugged it into player 2 side. I don't know if that really works or whatnot. I kind of tested a little bit. It didn't seem to, it seemed to just be pressing start. So I think maybe it needs to be the other way around. But anyway, I think for now we're going to be running this with one game, and I'll be talking with the EXA guys a little bit later to get some information on how it runs, and maybe later in the video or at EVO or something like that, we'll go into it a little bit more. But at any rate, there's a separate harness here that goes up and connects to the game menu button. I think that's everything that was with the kit. Like I said, I'm very impressed with how tidy it is and how neat it is. I didn't really look into stuff with the monitor resolution stuff, but I mean, it works at 1680 by 1050. It looks pretty decent for what it is. Let's just go back. What did I want to check? So sound settings in here didn't seem to do anything, but let me just go into it real quick. I'm gonna see it's really loud. Yeah, office. But and so changing it here doesn't seem to do anything. We go back to the title. But we start this up. And I set it in the game test menu itself, and it seems to be okay. I mean, if it worst comes to worst, we'll have this run one game during the event and figure out other things later. But let's see, yeah, so the audio is much lower here. Let me close this back down. Okay. Yeah, so at any rate, there's the cab all kind of together running EXA. Maybe I'll do a lineup of everything that we have at EVO as well in this video. But yeah, I think all. Oh yeah, I guess one other thing to note is the power cable here is a little bit short. Both of these I had to go in and untie some cable ties to get it to reach, and even then, like you can see, it's kind of not quite, but like anyway, it lines up, it works. I think that was the only thing. But yeah, when we come back, we'll be at EVO, or if we happen to be too busy or not be able to, maybe we'll do some stuff later. But we'll take a look at that versus this, and maybe go over the lineup at EVO, and take a look at some of the interesting games that they'll be bringing to that. So anyway, we'll be right back. All right, and here we are at EVO 2024. We're setting up, and so over here we've got the EXA stations all set up over here. We're still a little bit in progress in some of these, but wanted to take a look at all of this before we get into some of the gameplay and stuff that we're messing around with on each of these two cabs. But yeah, so over here on our 4-player, we've got Jitsu Squad. We decided this would be a good location test to have out here. Good 4-player, but yeah, we got a bunch of other stuff lined up. This is our, well, I think our entire lineup of cabs that we can run this on at the moment. We've got 100 Yen Life out, and they've brought their 2 APM 3s as well, so we've got EXA running on all of these. Maybe we'll take a quick look at all the games that we've got here. So I'm not gonna like talk over this too much. You can kind of get a look there real quick. Some of these that are running the in development games, we have these are dedicated. So we got those there. We got Chaos Code here, Vanguard Princess. This is ARC-32, Breaker's Revenge. Got our shmup rotated one here. Coming along, Dynamite Bomb and Jitsu Squad there. Over here we've got another 4. On this panel, I did confirm that this is actually a screw up on their part. This board is supposed to be mounted over here, and in that case that cable will reach. So for now, whatever, it's fine. I may have Lemmy come by and we'll just make a longer cable for this guy here, so that it reaches all the way over here, and then that should operate correctly. This cab over here, we're having problems with our Tekken setup, so we're going to actually convert this out and run another setup as well. And that's it. We forgot to bring the rug, unfortunately. We've got the sign here. I also, unfortunately, forgot to bring all of our headers, which really sucks because, you know, we were going to get all the art on all of this, but yeah, Charlie, get on over here. You want to talk a little bit about your EXA stuff?
No, I'm dead.
We are dead. It is like 8 a.m. Yeah, well, it's 8 a.m. We open in 30 minutes. We've been, we're not quite super ready, but yeah, great lineup. I'll come back a little bit later. Maybe we'll get, yeah, maybe better answer out of you tomorrow. Maybe we'll have show and we'll take a look at these calves a little bit deeper. But yeah, we'll be back. Oh, look who it is. It's Lemony. We are doing a little bit more work on this Blanc, and right now we're solving the audio issue here, which is just a dum-dum on my part for not going through it all. I should actually check with Show if they have like a written instruction for this. I don't know if they do. But at any rate, we have a night here. Everything's all kind of torn down, so we decided to tackle a couple things. So come on back here and go ahead and explain what we got here.
Okay, so with the Blanc, the volume pots are run through this harness that has the S connector stamped on it right there. And because it goes directly through this exA-IO, previously we had the EXA connected directly to the amplifier, and there was no volume control with that. It was really, really loud. So what we did was we took a 3.5 millimeter headphone cable and connected it from the EXA to the exA-IO, and then we took the RCAs from the cabinet and connected it directly to the amplifier, and these are the speaker wires for the speakers themselves. So now the volume pot works.
So probably what my suggestion is going to be is probably want to include an extra audio cable with the upgrade kit so that people know.
Yep.
Also, I need to check, and they may already have one, but there should be an instruction sheet or something and packed in with it.
Yeah.
I think that would be really good. But at any rate, that part is solved and we've got that good. Coming up over here, we did determine that this is actually in the wrong position. I don't remember where I had seen a picture or something somewhere where the board was mounted over here. This is where it's supposed to go. So this was a problem from production, and we're just going to make an extension here. See, like, remember I plugged this into the wrong side here, and of course it doesn't work correctly. But what we need to do is just make, and honestly, because there's already cable here, just make a, if you could, make a short extension for this so that I can reach to there.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, that's it. It's just barely anything, but...
I can make this today. I can
Oh,
make
I know,
this one
I
with
know,
her.
it's simple enough, but that is the only other issue that we had with this. it will be brought up to the manufacturer so that it is done correctly. But, you know, honestly, picking this up and doing the review of this kit, part of it was to look over and solve things like this. And, like, all in all, this has potential to be a great little setup. You can actually leave that disconnected because the game, it doesn't do anything. So you might as well put that one back.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I can
And
make
actually,
that
you know, yeah, this won't reach either.
Oh, it won't?
This one won't reach either, I think, because if you pull it out, it's only going to come to here, and it needs to go there. So if you make 2 extensions.
If you cut the
yeah, I don't
harness
want
there.
to though. I'd much rather just do it, you know, right. I don't want to leave too much tension on there. So that's just me, though. Whatever, it's fine. The one thing I commented earlier though in the video, Lemony, was I really like just how clean these harnesses are. Like, just that was really good.
Yep.
That and I mentioned like everything. Look, they did a really good job with the harnessing on this. So
yep.
At any rate, yeah. So I'm not gonna. We don't have to really show that, but like, you know, that's what we got for solving this right now.
Check this out.
And yeah, so that works. Let's go ahead, go back, fire up a game, and like to.
Oh wait, we can't because this connector isn't connected. All right, hang on a second.
But definitely, I would like to show how it all looks fired up. Where did these go?
These go to here.
Oh yeah. We'll put those back. Yeah, we'll put those back in a second. Go ahead, push it down. Just close this up for the moment, and so what color is Lemony's fancy?
What?
I mean, it's all fighting games, but fire something up, we can see how it looks. I don't remember if we adjusted the monitor resolutions, but it looks good regardless. And actually, I'm sure we'll comment on it a little bit later. We're waiting to, I was going to do an interview with Show and kind of talk about some things that are going on with the EXA, some updates, some information that we can share. But one of them is about the new PCBs that they're doing, and they're starting to get out there, but there's a couple little upgrades that are really cool. One of them is they're able to auto-detect this monitor in particular and set the correct resolution, which is pretty cool. And I don't remember, I think we're using, yeah, this is one of the old ones, but we'll take a look at the new ones later. So, but like regardless, this looks great on this monitor. And you know, these cabs are decommissioned now, the Blancs. We took off all the art for the show, but later, probably not in this video because it's going to be a while, we're going to make our own side arts and replace this stuff from Dragon Ball and our own like big banner for the top part here that's EXA themed. And I had suggested to them maybe they'll make their own for an art kit as well. But like all said and done, these look great. And you know, while we're at it, I should probably do the virgin peel of this as well.
Yeah.
I haven't done it on this one too. You can see it's kind of lifting there, but yeah. I did not change out the colors on this. Eventually, I'll come back and we'll do that. And well, look who it is. It's the man of the hour.
I'm the janitor.
Yeah, he's the janitor, but he sure as hell knows a lot about this. We were just going over the stuff. We did rewire the audio stuff back here. So, and actually, while you're here, then I might as well suggest it. If you feel up to it, is extra audio cable to come with the kit.
Yeah.
And
That's correct.
I was wondering, do you have like a written manual somewhere? So that's another thing that I would like personally. I'd suggest adding in there. So I think that's it. And we talked about that panel there. So I think we're good. But yeah, I guess when we come back, we're gonna take a look at all the extras over here. Again, talk about a couple things and wrap it up. All right, before we get into the rest of it, I just wanted to show we've got two of the newer model exas right here, and I just want to kind of show a little bit of the differences that they've done with this. There's some things that you can see, some that you can't. First off, you can see here, they've got the CR2032 battery is external, so that becomes operator changeable. Second one, on the back here, we've got some much bigger fans. These will help a lot with the cooling, since cooling is one of the big issues. And one of the last things that was mentioned was this board here, the JVS connector board, is actually a new one. And normally there is a limitation. I don't remember how long exactly, but there's a limitation on how long you can have your JVS cable be. This helps eliminate some of that. They were actually originally trying to get a replacement cable as well, a much higher quality cable, but you know, some things fell through. But regardless, this now, I think it's like up to like 30 feet or something that you can run a JVS cable on this. So that's a big upgrade. Again, one that most people will maybe never really see, but little things like that they've been improving on the hardware. And I just like to mention that because you know, it's always good to point out when, you know, these are made by people that play games and know hardware and really care about, you know, producing a quality product. So they are working on eliminating their problems from the first hardwares and going on. When we come back, we'll be talking with someone from EXA and looking over the cabs and wrapping this up. We'll be right back. All right, we're back over at the 2XKO section. We've got these shiny new EXA cabs. And we've got the janitor from EXA here to talk it over and explain some of the features of these beautiful new cabs that we're going to start seeing hit the market soon.
Yeah, this is the ARC-32 cabinet. This is a 2XKO custom that we did for Riot Games for their new fighting game. It has headphone jacks with volume right there. This is a special panel for their game since they have 8 buttons per player. But normally I think we would have 6 buttons per player. The panel comes off, can go vertical for easier movement, and the screen is very easy to rotate. Actually, you can move these 2 metal plates off and actually rotate the cabinet while wired.
And I'm sure we will do a more full video on this later. I know you'd shown us how easy it is to rotate. This is nothing. Well, actually, we have the back one open right here.
Yeah,
you can
so
kind of take a quick look there.
So you can see there's the bracket on it.
Yeah, and it's what, 10 seconds?
Yeah,
pop
so
off.
There's 4 screws, and then you just put it on and pop it off.
Yeah, we'll definitely show that in a later video. But again, I remember you showing me that. That's one of the crazy things about this, is so quick to pop out.
And then one other thing is we have the light at the bottom, so you can see inside the PCB door and coin door much easier. Especially in a dark location.
And like I'd mentioned to you before, that's one of those features of the SQ, you know, just being like it's a really weird third-party cab, but the light underneath is just something nobody else really seemed to do. Like maybe the APM3s, but really nice there.
Yeah.
You had mentioned
the form factor here.
Yeah.
So you put them back to back. You do have space here, and we have fans at the top and at the bottom, intake and outtake. So it runs much cooler than some of the competitor cabinets.
Yeah, and very important, especially when we think about noirs, are some of the hottest running cabs.
Yeah, because they don't have a fan in the bottom compartment.
Yeah, and I mean, to me, this is essentially what if a fan was given an unlimited budget and told to make something that works for everything. You get something like this, where you actually get some features in it that
yeah, and there's actually
that, you know, other cabs are lacking on.
Power strip at the bottom too.
Yeah.
I believe 6 outlets.
Ooh.
So you can put a splitter, your streaming setup, anything extra.
Awesome.
And I think you can see it on the back here.
I think you had even mentioned like a lot of this stuff. You did a lot of stress testing and whatnot,
Yep.
you know, and that's really important for.
So if you look at here, there's the bottom compartment. So it has a big enough hole so you can connect the cabinets together.
Yeah. And then I had mentioned earlier, you know, all of these, all this trim is plastic and modular, and this was something with the Grigio that we're pretty sure that's why they did it. So all of these are replaceable, and they're modular, so you don't have to get like an entire shell. So the point of that is that you have something get scuffed up or broken, you don't have to sell it as an inferior cab. You can just replace it. And you mentioned the wrap on this one was custom done.
Yeah, this is custom done obviously for 2XKO.
Yeah.
You see that a very nice job was done with branding it on the side of character art. But also what's different is the coin mech in this cabinet can actually configure for yen and quarter.
Oh, sweet. Just another plus. What color are these going to be coming out in when for the normal production
The
then?
one's red. So you have red plastic right along the ridge.
But I mean, I'm sure many of you are going to say, you know, it just looks like a Vewlix or a Chewlix or something like that. But these are definitely quite a bit more than that, and you should be expecting to get more than just a Chewlix Vewlix cab. These are great. So, yeah. At any rate,
Okay, well that's,
again, later video, couple months, we'll probably get a couple in. We'll do an unboxing and take a look at those. But for now, let's come on over to the rest of the EXA setups. And so over here, we've got Jutsu Squad. This is in development. It's getting better and better by the day. But yeah, we're really excited to have this out. This is definitely going to be our one of our go-tos for this 4-player cab.
Samurai Pizza Cats.
Yeah. But it's just a sign of brighter things to come in the future for EXA. So what can you tell us? What can you tell us about our future? We've got a couple other games here that are coming out. Some of the fighting games, some real bangers.
Yeah. So Phantom Breaker Omni is in here. This is actually the only map. We
Yeah.
just finished this one. And then we said Pizza Cats. That's an off visit out. Already available. Breakers in Chicago. We'll start shipping soon. This is actually completed. We have the new Chaos Code, Nemesis Experiment, and Vanguard Princess Armor.
I think a lot of people have been waiting for Vanguard Princess. Yeah. They wanted to know what's up with it, so. But yeah, I don't know. Anything else you got to say?
Oh, there's many more games involved. A lot more bigger names that you'll know. Coming soon. So just get bigger and bigger.
Yeah. So at any rate, we're super excited about all of this. Like this isn't all just us. We had 100 Yen Life brought out these cabs, and you know, we're hoping to bring bigger and bigger setups, you know, every year. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's about it. So anyway, yeah, look forward to some other more detailed videos on this stuff, especially those cabs over there. These are super sexy. We'll probably be starting to run these relatively soon as well. Other than that, can't really think of much to say. Anything in closing?
Play arcade games.
Yeah, play arcade games. That's the thing. EXA is developed by people who just want to play arcade games. You know, I don't know. Looking forward to it. A lot on the horizon. All right, well, I guess that's it for this one. We're gonna wrap up for the night, go get some food. Thank you for watching and supporting. Definitely give a like, subscribe, head on over, check out what EXA has. Look forward to seeing these out a little bit more in public. Yeah, stay safe as always. We'll see you in the next video.